Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, Nerd Mode On, and I'll be doing a gameplay commentary over some Call of Duty Ghosts. In this particular episode, I'll be talking with you guys a little bit about my personal feelings about the new Call of Duty that we're currently playing. To be honest with you guys, I really enjoy the series. All the guys that I've been playing with and having a good time with, I have loved playing with them. It's been an absolute blast, and I think the main reason why I enjoy this particular Call of Duty over previous Call of Duties is surely because it just seems to fit my playstyle. It seems to be a lot more finalized than the other ones. And don't get me wrong, don't let me try to fool you guys into thinking that this is a perfect Call of Duty, because it's not. It has its problems. It's Call of Duty, so it has its name in it, followed by the sheer fact that customer support is not always the best. They don't do a very good job, at least on Infinity Ward's side, of keeping us updated, getting things fixed, at least in a timely manner, at least from their previous projects, and also just putting things in the game that we really want. But personally, I have enjoyed the series, and I find it kind of interesting to see that the, more competitive community has quickly shifted from, okay with the series to a little bit more aggressive. And it's kind of funny to watch that unfold. Twitter's been an interesting complexity in there. I've seen a lot of the pro guys have a little bit of a fit, and I'm not going to lie, I kind of laughed at it. I thought it was kind of humorous. But with that in mind, of course, they're getting what they want. I mean, their settings are going to hopefully come, and then that way it'll decrease the amount of Twitter spam that's going on as of the moment, followed by the sheer fact that it's just kind of interesting to watch the YouTube community, may that be a big channel or maybe a small channel like my own, and just see them kind of shift to a community that's a little bit more aggressive. Don't get me wrong, Call of Duty's community is not the most happy and, energetic community there is. We're a little bit more negative, and I've definitely taken my place in that. I mean, definitely I've made videos that I've talked about Call of Duty in the most negative sense ever, and I don't regret that by any means. I mean, I'm sure if I had to make a video explaining my reasoning, I'm sure that would, basically let you guys know that I probably didn't enjoy the game and it had some fundamental flaws in it. That's a good way to communicate to an audience why something maybe needs to be adjusted and or fixed, or maybe just show your true colors when it comes to that particular game. Now, in the fundamental experience of why the Call of Duty community, when on the YouTube sense, has kind of shifted is, I find it interesting to see how we've all been asking for a new Call of Duty to be different. And we receive a different Call of Duty. I know some people will say, well, this game is no different than Modern Warfare 3. But to you, I would say that's complete BS, because this game isn't broken out of the box. Modern Warfare 3 had so many problems that it was unbelievable. And they had so many maps that, in my personal opinion, were absolutely terrible. And I like all the maps in this game. I mean, granted, they're a little big, I'll give you that. But they're not to the point where I'm like, oh man, I'm running 20 minutes to find a player. Like, no, you run, 20 seconds maybe at tops. I mean, if you're on one side of the map, and bam, you got a huge action pack, you got tons of nade spam, concussions, flashbangs, you got everything going on. And the patterns for this map are really easy. Like, everybody knows where to see each other. If you're playing a game that has a flag in the middle, guess what? Everybody's going to be in the middle. I mean, this is a standard Call of Duty thing. Nobody does really flanking. It's not the most common thing. It doesn't reward you for being a flanker, because in most cases, people have body armor, or people just spawned or something crazy like that. So it's not like you're getting this huge competitive advantage, and I'll give you that the spawns are absolutely horrific. That's the one thing I hate. Besides quickscopers, which I'll never enjoy them in any game I play. I just don't like it. I think it's overpowered, to be completely frank with you guys, and I don't think it deserves a place in Call of Duty. But it's been around for so long that they can't get rid of it, so that's perfectly fine. I know some of you guys are like, what? He doesn't like quickscopers? Yeah, I know, it's so hard to believe out of all the videos I've made talking about how much I absolutely love them. But when it comes down to it, guys, I don't really like quickscopers. I just think that they just ruin the game. Quite frankly, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think lying's just absolutely absurd in that sense. But when it comes down to it, guys, the spawns are absolutely terrible in Call of Duty Ghosts. They need to be fixed, because if I own A and B, why are you spawning on my main flag? I don't understand that. I play Domination. They got rid of all the good game types in this particular game. They got rid of Sabotage, Demolition, Headquarters. Anything that really gave you XP, they got rid of. Now, I know Search and Destroy is coming back in like a couple of days or something, but I'm not much of a Search player. I could really care less. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm sure you guys are really going to enjoy it, but quite frankly, I don't really care for it, and it doesn't really affect my day. So if they put it in there, great. That'll make, 10,000 people happy. If they don't, I could really give a shit less. It doesn't really affect me at all, but it's nice to see them at least, adding a game type in that has a high demand. I wish they'd get rid of Blitz because I think that game type's stupid, and put Demolition back in there because statistically speaking and numbers of players playing, Demolition was probably one of the more played game types. It wasn't as played as Team Deathmatch because everybody and their best friend plays Team Deathmatch, but it compared to Domination, and I don't understand why Blitz would be in there, because Blitz is basically like Capture the Flag in a sense. It's not exactly, but it's more nor less. But Capture the Flag only ever had like 3,000 people in it on a good day. So I don't know why, Blitz made it in the game or whatever. I would like to see Demolition return for sure. Headquarters maybe. I, don't really care too much, but if they made it like it was in previous Call of Duties and they actually rewarded you for jumping on the thing and giving you XP, oh yeah, definitely jump that in there. I'd like to be able to level up a little faster. I mean, Domination's great, but it's definitely no, playing Demolition. It's definitely not playing no S&D or anything crazy. That's just kind of how this stuff works out. Now, when it comes down to, why I kind of find it just interesting why the YouTube community has kind of flip-flopped and kind of went back and forth is because how many commentators have you guys watched where all you hear is that Call of Duty never changes? I've done it. I've said many times that I don't think Call of Duty changes. But yet we get a Call of Duty that's such an evolution of what we've expected, and they've added so many advancements into the game that it's mind-blowing. And thoroughly, I like every advancement they've made. Some of the things that are broken will be adjusted. I am aware of that, and I'm sure all of you guys are. There's no way no one's sitting at their computers going, yeah, they probably won't fix that. Like, that's not realistic. We all know if something's broken, Infinity Ward's going to do their best to hopefully get it worked out. Now, I'm hoping that, they fix a couple of things that I mentioned previous, but more or less, I'm satisfied with the game. I think it was worth my $60, and to be quite frank with you guys, I would love to be max level so I can move on to another game. But that's just me. I'm sure some of you guys are really loving the game. I'm sure some of you guys are absolutely hating the game as much as you possibly can. I don't know where you're at on the spectrum, but I imagine you're somewhere in between those two categories, because you can't be in the middle. You either love it or you hate it. This is kind of how this stuff works out. Now, when it comes down to, particularly why I enjoy this game is because it seems to reward the good players. It's been a long, long time since, Call of Duty has rewarded you for being good. If you're good, you're good. Like, you can statistically show that you're good. I think I have a 35.8 win-loss ratio. I've only lost 5 total games total. And when it comes down to it, guys, my 189 win streak actually came to an end a couple nights ago. And to be honest with you guys, it wasn't a very successful win on the other team. I mean, they had to resort to IED spam, C4 spam, concussions, flashbangs. And in my opinion, if you have to use those tactics to win a game, they are tactics, and I'll give you that. But I don't look at you as a competitor. I look at you as somebody that was really that scared that you had to ruin the game. And that's just my opinion. I know some people will agree with that and some people won't. That's perfectly understandable. I was probably once in your shoes where I'd go, nah, that was a tactic. They were really good. But nowadays, when I've, played enough COD to understand what's a good player, I don't look at that in the same light. I look at those guys as they were scared of us, and frankly, they had to resort to IED spam, which I don't respect at all. And I know somebody will say, well, you got to use flak jacket and all that other crap. I shouldn't have to use anything. I should respect you enough to note that you're going to use your gun, and you're not just going to spam stuff. So hopefully somebody in the comments can relate to me, but I'm sure we'll find out. So anyway, guys, when it comes down to it, my 189 win streak did come to an end. Since that time, I think I'm currently on a 25 win streak, so it's pretty good. My win-loss, again, is doing absolutely amazing, like you guys just heard, followed by the sheer fact that I think my kill death is like dwindling between a 2.43 to a 2.51. Just depends on what I have to do. I'm an objective-oriented player now. I'm not a kill death whore like I once was, so I look at the objective as a primary means of XP. And if you guys aren't doing the same, you're missing out on some really good points. Jumping on those flags is 150 points. Every time you do it, if you play with a team and you just absolutely steamroll, like, you can get 10 caps. That's 1.5 thousand XP. Double XP, that's 3,000 XP. Match bonus is usually between 2 to 4,000 XP. It's absolutely crazy how many flags you can get and how much XP it rewards you. So if you guys aren't jumping on flags now and you're trying to level up, maybe try jumping on some flags. It's not going to hurt you. I know you probably won't like dying, but does anybody like dying in Call of Duty? It's never really the funnest thing in the world. And I'm sure some of you guys will note that, your win-loss will go up and people will want you on your team a lot more. So that's basically what I got to say about that. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I know I didn't quite get to all the topics I wanted to talk about, but when it comes down to it, guys, I love the game. I think it's absolutely amazing, and I look forward to seeing what it'll look like on next gen. I'm not personally going to be picking it up on that because, quite frankly, I don't really want to buy Call of Duty again, and that's basically how I feel about it. So anyway, guys, again, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below what's your favorite part of Ghost, and I'll see you in the next episode. This is NMO, and I'm signing out, guys. Peace.